What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Regular Joe. Today we're firing up the pellet grill and smoking a pork butt low and slow for some homemade pulled pork. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, just good backyard barbecue anybody can do. First things first, let's get the grill fired up and set it to 250 degrees. And while that's heating up, we're going to get the pork butt seasoned up and get it ready for a long day in the smoke. Grab a drink, pull up a chair. Let's make some barbecue. Before we get this pork butt on the grill, we're going to get it all seasoned up. The seasoning blend I'm using today is something I picked up from Shields. If you never checked out their grilling section, they've got a huge selection of smokers, grills, rubs, sauces, pretty much anything else you can need for a backyard barbecue cook. First, we're going to lather this pork butt up with a good coat of yellow mustard. And don't worry, you won't be able to taste the mustard in the finished product. It just helps seasoning stick and creates a great bark. Next, we're gonna go heavy with our seasoning blend, making sure every side of the pork butt, inside and out, is covered. Don't be shy. This is a big cut of meat and can handle plenty of seasoning. Once that's done, we're gonna wrap this thing up in foil and pour in our Dr. Pepper and apple cider vinegar mix. This combination adds a little sweetness, a little tang, helps keep everything nice and juicy during the cook. Now that we're all seasoned up and ready to go, it's time to get that pork butt on the grill and get it smoking. Let's go. With everything seasoned up and ready to go, it's time to throw this beast on the smoker. Make sure that you got a good meat thermometer in the thickest part of the pork butt. A thermometer is one of the best investments you can make when it comes to barbecue. It takes all the guesswork out of this process. We're going to run this thing at 250 degrees, and now it's time to let the smoker do the work. Close the lid, sit back, and let that smoke roll. For the next 6 hours, there's not much to do except enjoy the smell of the barbecue drifting through the backyard. We'll keep an eye on the internal temperature, seeing when it gets around 200 to 205 degrees. And then it'll be ready. This is the part of where patience pays off. Good barbecue cannot be rushed. Now that we got this Fred Flintstone sized slab of meat on the grill, I've got a special surprise for the side dish. We're making my homemade 4-cheese smoked mac and cheese. It's simple, it's loaded with cheese, and it pairs perfectly with pulled pork. Start with a 16-ounce box of elbow macaroni and cook it according to the package directions. Then grab your cheese lineup, sharp cheddar, Colby Jack, Monterey Jack, and we're going to top this with regular cheddar cheese. Mix everything together and spread it into a 9x13 pan for a little crunch on top. Add either traditional breadcrumbs or panko crumbs, whichever you prefer. Once the pork butt comes off the grill to rest, slide that mac and cheese onto the smoker and let it cook for about 45 minutes or until the cheese is bubbling and the top starts turning golden brown. Trust me, if pork butt doesn't steal the show, this mac and cheese just might. Well, the afternoon is come and gone, and after spending the day soaking up smoke and flavor, our pork butt is finally showing right around 200 degrees on our thermometer. That means it's time to pull it off the grill, but we're not done just yet. One of the biggest mistakes people make is slicing or pulling the meat off right away. Instead, we're going to keep it wrapped, wrap it in a couple of old towels, and drop it into a cooler. Mine happens to be an Igloo, but honestly, any cooler will do the job. Now, you might be wondering why we do this. During the cook, all those juices inside the meat have been moving around and bubbling from the heat, but letting it rest in the cooler, the temperature slowly comes down and the juices have time to redistribute throughout the pork instead of running all over the cutting board. The cooler also acts as a giant insulated oven, keeping everything hot while continuing to tenderize the meat. This resting period is what helps turn a good pork into a great pork. We're gonna let it hang out in there for at least an hour, maybe 2 if we can stand waiting on it that long. Once that's done, we pull it apart, mix those juices back in, and see if all this hard work was worth it. Spoiler alert, it will be. The wait's finally over. Let's crack open this cooler and see what we got. You can tell right away that this thing is ready. The bone slides right out, the bark is looking beautiful, and the meat is so tender it's practically falling apart. Look at that, smoked, juicy, tender pork. That's what a full day of smoking's all about. Let's load up the plate with the generous help of homemade mac and cheese and pile on some pork and call this cook a success. If you're looking for an easy backyard barbecue recipe that anybody can make, this one's hard to beat. I appreciate you hanging out with me today on Regular Joe. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment and let me know what you'd like to see me cook next or do next. Till next time, I'm Joey, this is Regular Joe, and it's time to eat.